What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Megas, and I said this was going to be a two-part drunken old man rant thing, and I need to get this out before I'm like too fucking gone to be able to be comprehensible in my speech. Anyway, so I talked about the crying game. Sorry, I'm about to take a sip of alcohol again. Probably shouldn't do that since I'm trying to make sense. Damn, this tequila good. Anyway, so I talked about people crying, which is a big thing to me. But what's even worse to me is how people, how can I say this? How people try to cyberbully other people by expressing their outrage in a extremely forceful, unnecessary manner. Like, people these days, it seems like the internet has spawned this attitude that because I have a box full of that allows me to have 140 characters to express myself, I have the right to express myself in the jerkiest of ways. I don't feel like people go into things like social media with the intent on giving their passionate opinions in a basically diplomatic, respectful manner. Nah, I gotta force my shit on you. It reminds me of something that happened recently where me and my boy Prod, we're sitting here clowning our boy Shaz about something, and somebody all of a sudden drops a message saying how it was about, the joke was about how he claimed he had a PS4, and Prod was like, no, you got a PS2 plus a PS2, that's how you got a PS4. And the person, and they know who they are, they probably hear this video, sorry, I'm trying to be as respectful, because I'm trying to be at least a little more respectful than I felt like they were being, where they just came out of nowhere and was like, that's because it's better than what we have now and these systems are short changes. I don't know what the fuck. It was just like basically them bringing about their displeasure with what's going on with current consoles. Okay, you have issues with current consoles. That's all well and good, but what gave you the right, or why did you feel necessary that you needed to interject your feelings about something that has nothing to do with our conversation, a conversation between three people that didn't involve them? What made you feel like you have the right to just go about interrupting that? And I totally feel like this person probably never understood how that's bad manners, because I guess if you're on the internet, you're not beholden to things like respect or something. I don't know, but he interjected himself in our conversation, so I'm like, yo, okay, that's cool. I'm trying to be nice, because it's like, if I wanted to, I could have been like, yo, you are rude as shit and you need to get away from our conversation. But I was like, okay, whatever, that's cool. Let his comment slide by without getting upset, because it's like, it's not worth being angry over, because that's how people think. They think that when it's on the internet, all you have every right to say what you want regardless of social etiquette. Like, so people feel like social etiquette doesn't exist on the internet anymore, I really believe. So I'm just like, okay, that's cool. Leave it alone, thinking I'm going about my business. They come back with talking about, see, this is the type of attitude that makes these gaming companies bend us over. And it's like, how the fuck you jump from A to triple Z point 785,910? I made no comment that maybe at least in reality, made me feel like I was accepted or something. I just didn't feel like being bothered with your rude comment and with you interjecting yourself into a conversation. But I didn't want to be like hostile towards them, because it's like, okay, I know how these kids think these days. People think that anytime they see something, they have the right to say whatever they want. That's how the internet seems to work for a lot of people. Reality is, it's really not how it goes, and you probably should be a lot smarter, because someday that shit may come back to bite you in a big way. Sure, saying some shit to someone like me may not have any serious consequences, because I can't, and I have no interest in doing anything to affect your life. In fact, I could kind of not give a fuck about what you say if you're being rude, so I could care less. That being said, after he says this, I'm just like, no, that's not my attitude. I'm acknowledging what you say, even though you're doing this in a conversation that has nothing to do with you. But hey, I'm acknowledging you again. And I didn't think that was rude. I just thought that was me politely telling you, yo, you're being rude as shit. And whatever your cause is, our personal conversation is not the place for your platform. But nobody seems to really get that. And that's the thing that I find abhorrible about the internet and society today. It's just like, yo, okay, I understand you have feelings about things, and the internet gives you a platform to express them. That does not, that doesn't mean that you should try at least to have some type of, social etiquette. That doesn't mean that you can, quote unquote, not give a fuck, or don't give no fucks, or say whatever the dumb shit that people say. It's like, people have really found a way to legitimize their ignorance, their naivety, their lack of manners, their stupidity. Fact of the matter is, all of that stuff amounts to you kind of bullying your point towards somebody. And when you do that, when you just throw your point on top of whatever you feel, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody really cares, because you make yourself a joke. You pretty much are putting yourself in the position where, yo, you're being rude and ignorant. Why the fuck am I going to try in any capacity to understand why you said it and possibly agree with you? Because you came out of your way to try to force your opinion on me. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's a place and time for everything. If the conversation was about that whole whatever the fuck he was talking about, it would have been a different story. We were just clowning each other, we were just having fun. And you decided to put your fucking 2 cents in that pretty much was, the equivalent of giving a cashier a Canadian dollar bill in the United States. Fuck, I'm gonna do with that. It's not appropriate. It doesn't work here. You need to take a step back, but nobody wants to take a step back on the internet, because everybody feels like their cause is the most important thing in the world. How they feel is the most important thing in the world, and anything that doesn't agree with it is a problem, and they're going to attack it. And it's just like, this is the dumbest shit in the world. I don't understand. And again, it kind of amounts to bullying. We've gotten to the point now where we feel like if we don't get what we want, we're just going to try to force our shit on someone. You're going to believe what I believe in. You're going to make what I want you to make. You're going to, say what I want you to know. Life don't work that way. And it's sad, because we have developed into a society that doesn't understand how things work. And the reality is, like, with this dude saying the shit about people, quote unquote, bending over, you're actually bending over and allowing people to peg you as someone not worth taking serious. Because why am I going to take serious someone who's insulting and hostile? I'm going to look at you as like, yo, you're a fucking clown. And I'm not concerned about you. If anything, especially if in the back end you kind of endorse the things that you're against. But that's a whole nother story, because I could talk about that shit with the gaming community like all day long. But it's just like, yo, learn that there's a place and time to do everything, and learn that you cannot force yourself. Because a lot of time, again, when you force your wants and your beliefs on someone, they take a step back, they recoil, they like, nah, I'm not doing this because you're trying to forcefully make me do what you want to do. And I don't appreciate that. That's disrespectful to me. Let's have a genuine, decent adult conversation in the appropriate, place. Don't just feel like you just need to, like, if I'm sitting at the restaurant with a girl eating dinner, you just gonna come up and be like, abortions are wrong, and if you endorse that, you're a fucked up person. Like, wait, we're sitting here eating dinner. All of a sudden, you come in out of fucking nowhere and you're talking about how you feel about abortion? Yo, what the fuck? You interrupted our conversation for nothing. Stop it. Learn that there's a place and time. If you aren't a part of a conversation, stay your fucking way. If, you don't get what you want, learn how to effectively go after that shit. It's so much that people need to learn. I feel like we've just reverted into just fucking Neanderthals or sometimes. But let me stop, because it's 12 minutes long. Anyway, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Megas, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.